GraniteGrok is at Concord State House because today is the day you folks are doing a lot of work, and I'm happy to say thank you to Representative Lenette, Peterson. I'm so bad at names.
No problem.
But I want to say thank you very much. It's nice to finally meet you in person. And we're just looking for reactions of your thoughts of what's going on today, both on what you're voting on, the amendments, and the little kerfuffle. And if we have to come back and do this, you need to go take care of business. They just called the roll call.
Yes.
Well, why don't you go ahead and do that? And we say, welcome back to Representative Lenette Peterson. Obviously, you just had her walk away to go do a roll call vote. And thanks for coming back.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, your thoughts about what's happening today for the state of New Hampshire, its population, and some of the gimmickry going on up in the gallery.
I think it's an exciting day. It's a historic day. We're passing a fiscally sound budget. We're trying to get New Hampshire back on track with a huge deficit that we've been left with. You have to cut spending, and yes, it looks painful. Yes, it is going to be painful, but that's the only way to do it. We keep going at the pace we're going, the state's going to be bankrupt. So this freshman is really enjoying these couple days. It's exciting. It's a shame they got out of control up in the gallery. They shot themselves in the foot, basically. Now they're condemned to the outside, and unfortunately, the good people who are quiet, the husbands, wives, family of some of the representatives that are here that were in the gallery can't be up there either. So everyone's being punished for the loud few that were up there, or the loud many that were up there.
We certainly see a wide gap between philosophies at play here because money always determines policy.
Correct.
And the policy has been between what I consider the progressives, where government should be servicing all needs for all people all the time. Cost doesn't matter, for the most part. And yet during this past election cycle, we heard time after time from Republican candidates, and I think from yourself, the phrase self-reliant. And at this point, it is hard to break that dependence on government and to become self-reliant. And people are going to have a hard time learning to be self-reliant, or to really understand what self-reliant means. Your thoughts on that?
Unfortunately, it means cutting back. My husband and I have 2 children. I did not work until my children went back to school, started school full-time. We felt it better that I would stay home. Did that mean we couldn't afford the brand new car, the gorgeous wardrobe? Yes, we cut back. We lived amongst our means. If people have to cut back on certain things, live within your means, and that's what the government needs to do. We have an income that comes in, we don't go above the income. The state has to look at the income coming in, can't go above it. You can't expect to make more. You have to look at what you have and don't spend more than that.
Well, certainly it also goes to the mantra of what is the proper role of government. And we see government has been crowding out traditional charities, traditional areas of the private sector. And I think we are now seeing a retrenchment of that by saying, well, no, the government is not going to do everything. Do you think this is going to go over well with the majority of Granite Staters?
I think it is. Emails have definitely turned into the positive. Last night I had probably about 289 emails, I think it was. 9/10 of them were for what we're doing. We're for balancing the budget, for getting New Hampshire back in fiscal responsibility. Yes, that means smaller government. The private sector can do more, and the private sector doesn't have to deal with a lot of what we're dealing with now. It would make things easier for New Hampshire to have less government.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you very much for taking a few moments with GraniteGrok. I know you've got to get back in the chamber, so I appreciate the time and value it highly.
You're welcome. It was finally nice meeting you instead of on Facebook.
Yep.
And thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the day here.
Okay, thank you very much.